Before writing that business plan in 2025, I want you to hold on, watch this video so you don't end up wasting precious time. I've reviewed many business plans in 2024, and I can say that I have seen a trend in the sense that many people just go online, find templates, or in this AI generation, use things like ChatGPT to drop their business plans. Now, mind you, I don't have any issues with AI agents like ChatGPT or online templates. In fact, I majorly use these platforms when drafting out my proposals. But before I even write a line of any proposal, or before I review a proposal that someone wants me to help them with, I usually ask these questions: who is it for? And what is it for? Now, these two questions, if answered correctly, can be the difference between writing a meaningful business plan and a meaningless business plan. Because let's look at it. What is even this business plan that we are talking about? What do we call a good business plan? A business plan, to avoid grammar, is basically a document that shows you understanding your business. It's as simple as that. Before anyone thinks of starting a business, there must be a plan in place to show that you are ready to start that business. That means you have studied the market, you have done your market research, and you have in-depth knowledge of the business that you are thinking of starting. It means you understand the opportunities, the hindrances, the threats, the strengths of that particular opportunity or that particular problem that you are trying to solve. So the way I see it is that a business plan is a minimum or basic requirement that anyone who wants to start a business must have, or must have thought about. And that's why many organizations, whether private or public, ask you to provide or write up a business plan before they can listen to you and even give you your request, like a loan or a grant. It's basically to show that you yourself know the problem you are getting yourself into, because it's actually a problem. When you're entering into a business, you are trying to solve a particular problem, but there are actually specifics you must pay attention to when you are drafting up a business plan. And that's why I stated at the beginning that you must ask yourself these questions: who is this business plan for, and what is this business plan for? Because mainly majority of people write business plans for one of two reasons. It's either to get grants or to secure loans or investments. And I'm not saying that 100% of people who write business plans write it because of these reasons. But majority of people who write business plans write it to either secure grants or to get loans or investments from lenders. Now, let's look at business plans for grants. If you're trying to secure a grant, what must you put in place? Personally, I try to separate grants into two categories, into two specific categories. Now, for this category of grants, we have the foundation and philanthropic grants and then the publicity grants. Now, let's take the philanthropic and foundation grants. I mean, those grants that are made by people or organizations or even governments. They are grants that are specifically made by either private or public institutions or specific individuals with the aim of helping people start businesses. Now, example of these grants are government grants. Once in a while, the government makes one or two grants for business people in a year. Or we have the Tony Elumelu Foundation grants, and we have some other non-governmental organization grants that are out there. Sometimes we can even classify bank grants as philanthropic and foundation grants. Now, when writing a business plan for this kind of grants, that means the foundation and the philanthropic grants, is very key to focus on these few concepts. Yes, writing about your SWOT analysis is great. Writing about your business projections, that's fantastic. But for these kind of grants, they are usually focused on things like labor and productivity. And what I mean by that is, for example, labor. Your business plan should be focused on how can this business employ more people, because most of these institutions that make these grants, they want to give it to people who are focused on ensuring that they are employing more people. Or in terms of productivity, it means, okay, how does this affect the environment, or how does this affect the generic economy at large? When writing your business plan, ensure that you are focusing your proposal on these particular issues. Sometimes there are times where they give you specific guidelines for you to focus on when writing your business grants. Ensure that those are focused on, or your proposal is geared towards that. If you can put this concept into your business plan, you will be able to stand out from the rest. Because, like I said, most of these grants are given to people whose businesses are geared towards helping their community, employing people, and helping the environment. Now, the second kind of grants is the publicity grants. These grants are made by people who want to publicize something or publicize their business or name, etc., etc., etc. It usually goes like, write a business plan, post it, and the amount of views you get, or the amount of comments you get, or the amount of likes you get is what determines who wins and who does not. Now, these kind of grants, if you want to secure this kind of grants, the emphasis is not necessarily on the business plan, but the emphasis is on getting people to see the business plan. That's why I tag them as publicity grants, and they are mainly everywhere. Organizations, people who want to promote a particular thing, foundation, etc., they create these kind of grants to enable you get more eyeballs and refer people to something they are doing. So in this kind of grants, you don't need to focus really on the business plan. Write a basic business plan that has, the key concepts, but your focus should be on ensuring that people see that business plan. Now, moving on to loans and investments. I am assuming that the person watching this video knows what a loan is. But for simplicity purposes, I want to clarify what I mean by investments. When I say investment, I am not talking about equity-based investments. And what I mean by equity-based investments is you giving away ownership of your business. I'm talking about investment in the sense that you're returning the capital and you are adding profit to the capital. And sometimes that means giving up to 70 to 200% return on investment to the person that gave you the capital. Now, when writing a business plan for a bank loan or investment, should I tell you a secret? Nobody really cares about your business plan. Not like nobody cares about your business plan, but in this context, the business plan is just like a minimum requirement to show that you are a serious person. So that if this person has written a business plan, it's assumed that you must have thought about the problem you're trying to solve. And just like I said earlier, it just acts as a basic requirement. Like the person bringing this business plan, it's assumed that you know what you are doing. But the most important thing to the lender, the person giving you the capital, is, can I get my money back? So your focus when writing a business plan in this context is to convey that your business can pay back this capital. So your focus should be ensuring that your financial projections make sense and that you know how to market your product, and that even in the worst case scenario that you can pay back that loan. Because in financial projection, we should have a best case, a mid case, and a worst case. A best case scenario for when things are going exceedingly well than you've imagined. A mid case scenario for what you are expecting. Then a worst case scenario is, if in the worst case, this is what I should be expecting. And that worst case should be able to fund and pay back the capital. And with all this said and done, a disclaimer or a reminder: a business plan is not a business. A business plan is theory, a business is practical. And we all know that you can get all the theory right and then fail the practical. So make sure that you have a plan in mind. A business plan is very important for having a plan in mind. But running a business comes with its own challenges, comes with its own opportunities that you as a business owner must be prepared for. So I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please like, please subscribe, and ring the notification button so that you'll be notified when we release new videos. I truly hope to see you next time.